What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video with another Saint Seiya review. I was planning to do this next week, but I decided to actually watch and review it now. And this is the first out of the last three-part. This is the first out of the last story of the last arc of Saint Seiya. Yes, the anime technically is over, but it's an OVA release. After all, I explained my theory about why Saint Seiya only lasted 114 episodes. The Hades chapter could go, like if the Hades chapter was actually part of the known as the Hades arc, was probably adapted into the main anime. You see the conclusion. But if you want to hear that theory again, basically Dragon Ball Z must have been the reason that Saint Seiya ended. That's my guess. Even though I haven't probably looked up the year Dragon Ball Z came out. I actually will look it up later. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm planning to continue in the next 3 days. So anyway, this is the first part of a three-part story for the final arc of the original Saint Seiya. Yep, the final arc. Interesting how they divided this OVA into 3 parts. Which makes sense. Each Aemon is part of it in the storyline. So anyway, this is the first part of the 3-part story. Saint Seiya the Hades chapter, Sanctuary. As the name implies, the battle is once again like Sanctuary, with the same type of formula as the previous arcs, but with a slight twist. Yes, it's a slight twist. I'm not going to remember names, but let's start the review. So the story takes place sometime later, after the events of the last arc. Like a couple of days, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't explain how many days have passed since the events of the last arc. A couple, most likely, because Shina's not with them. Shina does appear in the arc. She's in this chapter, but briefly. She will appear sometime either the next or in the next 2 chapters. So you can have an emotional set. Her story with Seiya is not really much complete yet. She's an ally, but her story is not really complete since she likes Seiya now. So they must conclude her story arc. Anyway, Mu is guarding the Ares temple, as usual, when he's suddenly attacked by... Oh wait, actually before that was actually... Mu has some type of vision or dream of Athena communicating with Hades. That Hades was to take her life. Now this is actually a expanded more part in the Lost Canvas, which is a prequel. And the irony is, previously in the previous incarnations, it's not a bad idea to show in a prequel set, showing us the events of the original Saints. Anyway, Moose attacked by some 3 guys in black robes. Moose seemed to recognize the guy in one of the guys who has some type of power over him. Well, China, one of 3 of the born saints from the Galaxian Wars arc. At least they appear more frequently now, but I don't really have any much attachment to them. Like, they just don't do much. They're just useless. We don't see them fight. Hell, I'm pissed. Oh my god, I'm pissed about the Steel Saints. What? How happened to them? Not a single mention. Not a single mention. Are they just because of filler characters? But they still appear in the eye catchers. Oh. The previous arc, the Sanctuary, it's entirely canon arc. So what the hell happened to them? Like, they never explain what happened to them or where they are. They just disappear. It's kind of like launch of the Dragon Ball Z Saiyan saga. She just disappeared. Yeah. Which is saying that like she was a cool character. I hope she gets to come back one day and we get an excuse of why she disappeared for decades. Anyway, I don't know why the Steel Saints were forgotten about. They were the eye catchers for the Sanctuary arc, but they were not mentioned or where they were. I thought I'd be taking care of June, but somehow June's in another location. You know, she was with them on the plane. That's confusing. It just, I don't know. I really like to see those guys fight more and see some of their sacrifice. No, they just tossed away like they never existed. Sorry for going on a tangent, but Steel Saints were a cool concept, but just ditched after the arc they appeared in. But it's just tragic. Sorry, I got distracted. My apologies. Anyway, Shadow discovers the graves of the fallen Golden Saints from the Sanctuary arc. Come back. The graves have somehow been opened. Shannon suggests they've been opened. They've been dug out from the inside, not the out. Just something. And revealed, Moo has to bow them. And two of the black figures reveal themselves as two Golden Saints who died in the Sanctuary. The Cancer Saint, who, was a total dickwad, an evil bastard. For all the shit he did. He did not deserve to wear the golden cloth, but they seem to gloss over that now. No, they never explained anything about it. Like about what like his sports, Yeah, the other saint, Golden Saint, was the one Shun's battle with when he gave up his life to stop him. The one with roses. Mill easily beats him though. Of course, the man revealed under the middle cloak was actually and Seiya actually does show up to help them. For the first couple of episodes of the arc, Seiya and his friends don't really have much, not really do much. Yeah. Interesting, give more focus to the other saints. I like that. But we get more focus on them in Solar Gold, which I'll check out on Crunchyroll after the Hades chapter is revealed. And I can review the first one of the Saint Seiya movies that actually is playable. Besides Legend of Sanctuary. Anyway. Moo cannot let them pass the temple because they plan to take Athena's head. Moo warns Seiya that Athena does not want them here. They no longer allowed Sanctuary. And because they want, as someone said later, they don't tell them that. It's because they want them to look like normal teenagers. They had to face so many battles. They deserve to be normal teenagers, So it's understandable, but those idiots never give up. So Moo begs killing Seiya and transporting somewhere else. When he battles, and the man revealed under the cloak reveals to be the former Aries Saint, his master Shion, who battled against Hades 142 years ago. I can't remember the exact date. Hundreds of years ago. Alongside the Libra Saint, revealed to be Dokkan. That's the master's name. Interesting, huh? Awesome. The master, Dokkan, leaves War Peaks and bows Shion. They're old friends. He tells me to go on ahead because they're more of the evil of the black saint of the evil golden saints. Yes, all of them are alive. Meanwhile, Iggy is actually barely in this arc as well. Like when the other characters unite, Iggy's not really in this arc. You know, it's in the openings for the second two arc, for the second two stories. Interesting how he barely had a role in this arc. That's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna skip over a bit of it. So I'm not gonna mention much about him. Just saying he's not really much in the arc. Only had like 2 appearances. Yeah. Anyway, the saints that they now work for Hades, known as specters. So Moon must go on ahead to stop them from taking Athena's head. Of all the other ghosts, that tells all the Baron dying. Yes, the strong saint. As you know, after all, he was knocked up from behind in the last arc, in the Poseidon arc. Asgard arc, I meant. As far as I know, came up to that. You get the weight. Anyway, Shiryu, Hyoka, and Shun are attacked by 4 of the dead Silver Saints. Little note. I'm sure this actually cuts a bit of a plot point. But Shun, while dreaming about his brother, you know, seeing that Iggy seen after the battle of Poseidon, Iggy seemed to be on his own for some time. Doesn't know where he is. Anyway, during the dream, Shun starts to see a mysterious woman placing his brother. That one we actually see later. But that's a mystery. I'll get to that later. Alright, the Frey side ahead for Sanctuary, the being the form of the dead Silver Saints. Now, actually, how the character's done in the class is. Now, this is. Well, no. Hades chapter is done in more digital painting, not cell animation. As you see, this anime was done moved to digital in the late 2000s. So you're going to see a lot of CGI in it. And how the armor up, it's pretty cool, but they is CGI. I get it was back in the early 2000s. Shiryu, who's still blind. See, they some reason gloss over that during the arc. But this arc, they come back to it. Because again, after Shiryu went blind against one of the Poseidon's evil saints, I forgot her name, seems to be able to see after doing the fights. I mean, he has gone blind before, maybe because of experience, but yeah, they never touched on that. At least we now know he's blind here. But judging on the openings, he's able to see again. And detail about Hyoga, so it wasn't definitely not that long since the Poseidon arc. Because as Hyoga said, he did not lose his eye. No, he just got a big scratch on it. Of course, he's temporarily blind in the right eye for a bit. Right. Yeah, my point of view. No, wait. That's right. Yeah, that is like that. So I like that little detail keeping that. So it's been a couple of days, so a room like that won't heal in a few days. It hasn't been that many days. So that makes total sense. Yeah, Shiryu runs into Seiya. Yeah. And Shiryu also sees his master's power. And the master, who is able to reveal a new ability. Over 142 years, he's gained a new power. Metamorphosis type of thing. And reveals what he originally looked like all those years ago. What the Libra Saint looked like. I like that. It's pretty cool. No, I'm not going to mention about Solar Gold. It's a bit of a spoiler for those who curious about its description who have not seen the Saint Seiya anime. So get a little bit spoiled. So, yeah. Alright. A few Golden Saints dying along the way to stop the specters. But the 4 main saints also bound out. So Dokkan sacrificed himself to stop Shion. Yeah. Each of them face all kinds of threats. And they reach Venus chamber. Each fight is just emotional. It's not the truth about them. Yes, that's the truth. And when he sacrificed her own life while the first opening's music playing in the background. You know about the opening. Like, when the opening's after the opening's done, it quickly translates into Pegasus Fantasy with some new sound effects. I don't know why. But hey, it's pretty cool. I like it. Pegasus Fantasy. I just like that song, it's catchy. And this, well, after that they went on to hate old Hades. But Shion reveals the truth about everything. They were never under the control of Hades in the first place. The deal they made was all fabricated because none of the Gold Saints have made a deal with him. Well, not unlikely to. Gwen Shaka. Or was it? Am I getting his name wrong? The one who was most loyal to Athena was side with Hades, her mortal enemy. I thought Seven's definitely up. Not only leaving. And during one of the battles, it's revealed that there's a new Gemini Gold Saint. And it's actually a returning character from the previous arc. That is Canon, Saga's brother. I thought he died, but Athena saved him and gave him a new chance. Goes on all the Saints, because the other Gold Saints still trust him. Understandable, he was a traitor. But now, he's willing to put his life on the line to save them. Yeah, Shion survived anyway. So yeah, they only made this deal to reveal the truth. Using the blood reveals that Athena has her own cloth and trusts to Seiya and friends to save it. Although, forgot to mention, as I said, it takes place not long as the events of the Poseidon arc, and during that arc, the cloths got a bit damaged. You can see when they put them on, you can see Seiya put on his cloth, you can see some damage. I like how they kept that detail instead of having it immediately repaired. So yeah. So, before Shion dies, the reason they had 12-hour timeline, by the way, got action before they go back to the dead. They made a deal with Hades, which pretended to be specifically that they'll get immortal life if they bring him the head of Athena. Using Athena's blood, Shion repairs their cloths and gives them a bit of an upgrade too. You can tell there's a slight difference in the cloth's design than from the previous arc. Yep, you can notice that detail. Oh yeah. So now they're ready to join the other Gold Saints in their battle. They're trusted. Alright. And Seiya's friends are right to help the Gold Saints, but they decided to fight this battle on their own. They'll say they'll meet again in the underworld. They had to agree. Yeah. The Gold Saints need to stand, but in the end lost to the Spectre. Also helping out the other three saints, Lady Saints, I'm gonna call them Spectres, you know. The other three Spectres, the former Gold Saints. This is confusing. You know, on the ground because of the time limit. But Hyoga, out of anger for what they did to his teacher, managed to beat the Spectre that was beating the crap out of him. They actually managed to enter the chamber and catch up to the woman that's serves Lord Hades. This girl looks at Shun like she recognizes his face. In a lot of dialogue, she said that he looks like someone that looks like him. Him who? Now that's what I meant earlier. Some type of... That is a great mystery. You wonder what it is, and you kind of forget about it, but you remember it as soon as it... Oh, the whole flashback came in. So yeah. Anyway, Seiya and the gang have to battle the one that took the spectre that took the lives of the three gold saints, Clear and Moo. So they fought hard. In the end, Seiya, using one final attack, using his rolling crush to send them both to Underworld. But the others, Seiya's friends, believe that he's alive, and they go on after him with the last two gold saints on their way to save him. Dokkan and Cannon. They're on their way to rescue him. Yes, Dokkan's alive. They're heading in the Underworld to save Sayori. So I'm curious to know how Iki's gonna get there. I mean, come on, he's one of my main saints. He shows up at the last minute. Yeah, and the Arcanist was here saying, I come for you, Miss Sari. Alright, it's a good arc. So this is the first part of the Hades chapter over. And guys, watching and enjoy my content, hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Just like they always comes out of the future, and I'll be see you guys tomorrow for another Saint Seiya review. This time the second half of the Hades chapter, Inferno. So again, I really enjoyed this arc, so thank you guys, I'll see you all next time. Keep Phoenix out.